What's up, guys? My name is Teyo, and welcome to Logmatt's Creative Circle. What's up, guys? My name is Teyo. Welcome to Logmatt's Creative Circle podcast. It's a long name, but hey, that's what it is. I'm here with ABSON. Welcome into the podcast, bro.
Yo, it's a pleasure, man.
Of course. I'm a big fan of your music. I've been listening to your music, I don't know, ever since I saw you in that show. It was an open mic in, somewhere in Orlando. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
It was lit. It was lit.
Now I can recollect it a little bit. I think I remember that open mic. I was just coming out of town, I think, and they were just throwing an open mic there. So I just said, okay.
I mean, do you take those opportunities as much as you can?
Yeah, I used to. I used to do that all the time because, you're just trying to build a name for yourself.
That's true, bro. Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of music out at that point. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just build it through going to everybody's show. Just
That's true.
Show after show after show.
To the people that don't know who ABSON is, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
When's your birthday?
November 7th.
Oh, shit. Almost there, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not almost, but you know what I mean? Like, kind of coming up. In a way. I don't know. Hell yeah. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from here, Orlando, Florida, born and raised, but my parents are from Haiti.
Hell yeah. Have you ever been to Haiti?
Yeah. Just once. It was just like when I was 3-4 years old. Okay. I don't know if I should count it or not.
No, I mean, you've been there.
I've been there before, though.
Whatever. But that's cool. So I've been listening to your music, and I saw that your first single in Spotify is 2018. Did you start at 2018, or when did you start making music?
I actually started on SoundCloud and YouTube. I wouldn't put out anything on all platforms yet. I would just start. So it just started in high school. I just started when I really started making music, I just said, let me just put it on the free sites for now because I didn't really know about the whole distribution thing.
Same, yeah.
So I would just put out stuff on SoundCloud mostly and just promote it there or YouTube and just be check it out. I would do that all over the school.
Yeah. Did school help out those streams, those first streams in the beginning?
Well, the views, yeah. It helped out a little bit because I would just be affiliated with a few. Like the videographer teacher, I would be affiliated with her, so they ran the morning news show, so I would just have them play some of my songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And did that work with your streams at all? Did you notice a big spark in your streams that you were like, oh wow, that's because of the school? Well,
more so, the recognition was there. A lot more people were coming up to me like, oh yo, he's doing his thing, and
that's cool, bro.
And that was good encouragement right there.
Yes, that's true. And also, you took advantage of the you were there in school and you saw an opportunity and you took advantage of the opportunity. When I was rapping in school, in my high school, I didn't think about that, honestly. And that's something I should have done, honestly, now that I think about it. Yeah. But that's really smart, bro. Really smart of you to think those things at a young age. When did you graduate? At what age?
2018, I graduated May 2018. That's my senior year and everything.
Gotcha.
Came into fold, but I was able to build a little bit of a buzz for myself throughout the school, and then the talent show. I did the talent show previously, so that kind of gave me a lot of buzz too, because nobody really thought I could. I honestly, in my head, didn't really think I was that guy until that moment. And when it happened, it was just like, yo, I could really do it.
Yeah.
Possibly. So I kept pushing it.
It definitely was more wood to the fire. You know what I mean? That kept you going.
Absolutely.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Did you ever have how did you start music though? Did you start at what age exactly? You know what I mean? When was your first raps that you were writing down and you were like, oof, this is fire? Or just in general?
Well, to say that, I would have to go back a little bit to when I really started getting into music. So I didn't really grow up with hip hop music. I grew up with more R&B, gospel music because a little bit of pop music because of my father and my mom. Yeah. My mom was more on that gospel side where she was like, listen to this stuff because it's more no profanity, things like that. You know how parents are. And then my pops was more the more secular side. He gave me a lot more R&B and pop stuff that he would listen to and that I would hear a lot when I was a kid. So So he played a lot of NSYNC. He played a lot of Britney Spears. He played a Janet Jackson song all the time that I remember. He played a lot of R&B stuff, the random R&B stuff that I probably don't remember the names of specifically. But he would play specific songs that I would just remember, and I'm just like, yo. And then he played me Usher all the time when I was younger, and I was a big Usher fan. That's how I became a big Usher fan.
One of the first songs, because the first time I heard music outside of the radio, and I had my own choice of listening music. Was in Ecuador. I found a phone in the floor, and it was just like a, I don't know, like a Nokia phone, just like one of those like trashy phones. And I was really picking it up to see there was games in it, and there was no games, but there was 2 songs, and it was Usher, I think. No, it was like a couple songs. It was Usher, one of them, and then there was Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that was like the first introduction of music. But yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah, for sure. Like from there, it was just like my love of music kind of grew. Like from there, I started watching competition shows when I was like 11. That's because my family started watching it, and it was just like I was watching it, and then
competition shows like The Voice,
X Factor.
Okay, like American Got Talent,
America's Got Talent, stuff like that. I feel you were saying, and I was just watching them. Like I saw a few contestants in there that inspired me, and then I just started getting one specifically. He went by the Astronomical Kid at that time, so Stro, that's what he goes by now. But he inspired me to like get into hip hop music. So
and I really,
he was a rapper.
Okay.
He was a rapper on one of the shows, and he was one of the only rappers on the show. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm inspired by this. Let me like get into hip hop, and I started getting obsessed with music from there. So I started doing. I didn't really officially do it, like write a song until like I was 16, like summer of my sophomore year. So 16. I wrote my first like hook and song. Okay. And then
but you still had that like, inspiration.
Yeah, the inspiration. I would just like listen to anything. I was just listening to anything. Like I had like phases, like different phases.
Who was the first, artist that you like hooked on and you were like, holy crap?
Oh yeah,
for me it was Logic.
I feel you. Logic, that's a cool one. Teyo was the first guy that I actually.
I never got into him, but
I had no idea. I was just like searching through my computer, and I would just listen to stuff, and I'm just like, I started listening to some of T.I.'s music, so stuff off mostly not really the stuff people know him for, just mostly more of the conscious stuff because I was more on that conscious tip. Okay. Or so anything that he had to say that was more
lyrical in a way,
kind of more lyrical, more conscious, more like a message behind it. So like stuff
more
like
deep.
Yeah, more deep. Yeah. There's a song called Castle Walls that he did with Christina Aguilera, which I really thought was fire. And Lupe was another one too. Lupe was like another artist because Lasers came out around that time that I was really listening to music, and I was like,
is he like an R&B artist?
It's more of a hip hop artist.
Okay, gotcha.
So Lupe Fiasco, it was just like
sounds familiar.
Super. Yeah, I just went back into his music because he's more on that conscious tidbit where I really just it was just like, oh yo, I could really talk about these kinds of things, and then. But I had phases. I had an Eminem phase. I had an Andre 3000 phase. I had. When
was the time that you were like, let me listen to the oldies? Because for me, that was a couple, like 4 years ago. It was recently, like low key.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I think
it was at a young age, bro. That was props to you. You know what I mean? To be interested at a young age, to be like, let me listen to Queen or some shit like that.
Well, the oldies. I mean, honestly, it was more. If you're talking about oldies, I was really heavy. I had this phase where I was just heavy on hip hop, so I would just listen to old 90s, 80s hip hop. So I was just, so it was like mostly when I was in high school. So 14, 15, when I was in high school, my homie told me about some artists that he listens to from that era, or even people he listens to now where they're very underrated, which is why I like a lot of underrated music. Like, underrated music locally or, independently. So I just started listening to Nas. I started listening to
fucks Nas.
Yeah, man. I'm crazy.
You listened to his new album? Or like not his new, but like his latest album?
Oh yeah, Magic or
I think it's Magic. It's Magic. The one with Hollywood Gangsta. Damn,
that's fire. I was like, whoa.
I love that sample and the production.
The production, crazy. Yeah, Nas is crazy in general because I've heard his whole catalog. So I just study a lot of catalogs. So I would just listen to Common. I would listen to
did you get into Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang Clan, yeah.
Okay.
My favorite rapper on there is GZA.
Okay.
GZA is my favorite Wu-Tang member. But Method Man does his thing, RZA does his thing.
I mean, everybody does
their thing.
Yeah. Did you see the Hulu show?
Oh yeah.
Bro, I saw the first
season. Fire.
I loved it. Great actors, incredible story, incredible like writing and production. I fucks with it a lot.
Yeah, man. Season 2 is even better, bro. You gotta watch that too.
Bro, I don't know, but I don't have no Hulu account no more.
Oh man.
I was dating someone and they had a Hulu account and I was just using that shit, but hey, it happens. Man. Yeah.
But nah, fire. It's a fire series so far.
Okay. I gotta watch it.
Absolutely, bro.
Hell yeah. So you were saying your story?
Yeah, but no, he would just put me onto all those kinds of artists and kind of make me look at it in a different way. Like, yo, let me listen to all these old school artists. So I can name you a few of them that are that I've listened to from those eras that are kind of just like, oh man. I started listening to underground guys, Mortal Technique, MF Doom. I started listening to,
bro. MF Doom was a fucking ginormous inspiration to me.
Yeah, man, crazy. Like his whole production, Alchemist, boom bap, you know, unorthodox production. I was like,
do you make beats?
No, I don't make beats currently, but I'll probably get into it soon.
Yeah, it's just because of time. Because I feel you. Because like I'm an artist as well, and I was like, bro, if I really want to focus on my artistry, I could say, all right, I can invest in, you know, someone else that could take care of the production, and they can, you know, put their time in and energy.
Yeah, man. I work with a bunch of producers, which is why I never worried about producing as much. But I'm inspired by like boom bap production and soulful production because some of my favorite producers are like DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Madlib.
Hey,
I love Alchemist.
Right,
anything kind of like
that's good to
embodies that vibe. So MF Doom embodied that vibe. So he's one of my favorite rappers for that reason.
I want to show to the podcast. This is like a Ecuadorian, like, I don't know, thing, and it reminded me of MF Doom. And I was like, bro, it's so like, I don't know, it's so unique to my culture, I guess. And it reminded me of Doom, and I was like, bro, that's such a cool combination. Yeah. And this mask, I got it and I put it on because they actually have masks, like real masks. And I made a song called Mr. Miyagi, and I put it as the cover and shit. It was pretty cool.
That's dope.
Dope, we're really inspired by MF Doom.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Nah, he was a dope artist. Rest in peace to him.
For real. Who else were you like looking up at that time when you started making music, you know?
If you just trying who I looked up to, I said Astronomical Kid, Stro the MC. That was the guy that got me into hip hop music. So obviously, I looked up to him a lot, and I would watch a lot of his stuff to really get inspired. And then some of the guys I already mentioned, but Usher, I already mentioned Usher. He was a big inspiration for me, like from the singing standpoint, musical standpoint. I got into Aaliyah like when I was a teenager too.
You into Timbaland?
Huh? Yeah.
Timbaland?
Love Timbaland.
Bro, he's a reason that I make beats and shit, and like really into production.
Yeah. No, definitely. He's fire, man. I love Timbaland. He's one of my favorite producers.
Same.
Love
it. So whenever you started making music, how, you know, what equipment were you using? How did you get that, you know, outlet? What was your outlet?
My connection with my videographer teacher in high school at that time, you know, when I really started getting into music, like my junior year, I think. More so, I went to, I was chilling. I wanted to make music. I really wanted to. I started writing. And then my videographer teacher, she had a room that had a studio setup in it.
Oh.
So, cool, you know, but it would only be like set to GarageBand and things like that. Okay. So I would just kind of I would take it though. I didn't know how to record yet, but I was just like, I was with someone that was willing to help me out at that time. Her name was Denisha, I think, or she goes by Queen.
Okay.
She helped me out. I ended up recording my first song there, and then and then I continued to just record there as much as I could at that point.
So you recorded at school in the beginning?
Yeah,
that's really fire, bro. That's an amazing ass fucking story, honestly.
Yeah, it was crazy. I would just have it to myself most of the time because nobody else knew about it like that. So I would just bring whoever I liked there and just kind of like.
Was this an after school thing or like a period?
For the most part, I would try to do it after school, but
how long were you staying there for? Because like. Bro, I made songs before. Sessions can take up to like 4-6 hours.
Yeah, well, I would take a long time. I would take until she leaves. I would stay there.
Okay, so the teacher like was cool with you, like making music and like shit, right?
Yeah, she believed in me. So it was like,
oh wow,
yeah, she believed.
Bro, that's incredible to have those type of teachers. I don't know. I came from a school that was like horrible with teachers. That or my experience with high school was just horrible.
Yeah,
I was always beefing with teachers and shit. But
no, I feel you, man. Yeah, like, she was one of those teachers though. Like for the most part, I had no problem with my teachers, but she was like the one that was like, "Yo, you can use it. See what you do with it." And I could bring whoever I thought was cool for those records, my old records, and I just brought them in there.
Do you still keep contact with her?
Yeah,
that's fire. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. She was just asking about the new project and everything. I sent her some stuff. She said she liked it and things like that.
So to the people that don't know, you dropped a project called
22s.
Hey, there you
22s.
go. There you go. Tell us about it a little bit.
Well, 22s. It's a sequel to 21, my 21 EP. So,
do you make the cover or? Because I fucked with the cover and like it goes 21 and then 22. I'm guessing that's because of your age.
Yeah, a part of it had to do with my age. I actually made 21 when I was 20. Like I was 20 years old when I made 21. but I just wanted to capture the essence of what 21 might be like, so I played 21.
So you were planning the album while you were 20. And you dropped it when you were 21?
Around that time, yeah. Before I think I dropped it before I was 21, but
bro, it would be cool if you dropped it on your birthday. That should be cool, I wanted to,
bro. But it was just like, I guess the confliction came out, and it just didn't work. Timing was weird. Even with this 22s, I'm actually 22, so 22s, it kind of worked. I didn't want to call it just 22 because, everybody calls their songs 22, so I said 22s. That sounds cooler.
I fucks with it.
So,
are you a fan of Adele?
I listen to Adele sparingly, so a little bit.
I fucked with, because I thought you got inspired by what she was doing when she was like, I don't know, I think she got like her first like 2 albums were like when she was like 16 and she called it 16 and shit like that. I fucked with it, and I was like, bro, that's cool. Nobody else in like rap has done it before.
Yeah,
bro. And I was like, hey, I thought it was like kind of like a tapping in and inspired. It was like that, which I would appreciate. But bro, I fucked with it. Smart minds think alike.
Yeah, no, shout out to Adele. I didn't really think about her in that sense, but I did think in a sense of nobody's really done it. Nobody's really doing that. So just, let me try 100%. Let me try a series where it's like 21, 22, 23, like things like that.
How long are you going to keep it going? Or I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
We're going to wait and see how that turns out. Okay. And also, Katie Run It Up. That's the name of the guy that made the cover art. Katie Run It Up. Shout out to him.
Gotcha.
Shout out to him if you end up watching this.
Shout out.
But yeah, he made the cover art. But yeah, that was my plan with it. 22s it wasn't even going to be 22s. It was going to be an ode to my past alias, which was Roots Will. It was supposed to be another project, but we ended up making songs, and it was just like, it just felt right at that time because I ended up working with a new producer, Free Dolo. Shout out to Free Dolo. He ended up making a few songs off the project. We ended up working on it. And then all of a sudden, we just had enough songs to be like, yo, let me turn it into a project and mesh it with songs I've done with other producers.
Okay.
So we just put it together, and then 22s came together.
How long did it take to build it? You think around like a span of how long?
Oh man, I'd say because I've been kind of working on this for a while.
Did you start, or some of the songs from 22 were supposed to be in 21?
Oh no. It was completely different.
Okay, so 20 it's like brand new like era in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of like a brand new era because I switched my brand up. Because if you notice, like 21, I was Roots Will. I was like still in that phase where I was just still doing my thing. So 22s is like ABSON, a new me, kind of like new brand.
Gotcha.
I'm teamed up with my company MZO Worldwide with my homie Andre Black. We kind of just everything's been coming together like that. So my name is kind of getting higher a little bit. So I switched the name, and then I kind of switched the sound a little bit. So it all like what came together for this project. So it was kind of like brand new.
I feel you. You're just like rebranding in a way.
Kind of like the whole rebrand, new sound.
From the 21, what's the difference from the 21 and the 22? Obviously, your age and the different stages of being 21 and then 22. But sound-wise and like just you lyrically or you in your pen, what's the difference in your opinion?
Well, I got a lot more comfortable with the vocal side of me, the singing side of me, because 21 was more like I just did it to do it. I kind of just tried it because, I was working with Jaffe, the name of Jaffe Jofer, that was the producer on the first project. We ended up doing all those things like Stuck on You and trying to do things like that. But the thing is that I really wasn't trying to do those kind of songs. It was just like he kind of played it and we kind of just tried it and went with it.
Okay.
And then he kind of just like, oh, yo, let's try this, bro. And he kind of gave me the mindset of like, yo, you could do these kind of songs too, man. You don't have to restrict yourself to just making, bar for bar, spit.
Like an Eminem.
Like an Eminem kind of thing. Because, I came into music trying to be the best rapper, like a lot of other artists have done. But then I thought about, man, maybe I could really make a song that people can like put on their playlist and really just do that. So it enhanced when I started working with Free Dolo. Okay. I started working with Free Dolo, and then he gave me...
In the studio type stuff?
Yeah, just like I did with Jaffe. We was in the studio together. He played me some beats, so he played me the beat to Don't Take Away. And then I was hearing it, and I was just like, the vibe, it just felt right when he played the beat. I was like, yo, this works. Then I started writing the hook down immediately, and then we kind of just hashed out from there, kind of like, oh, yo, this works here, and then, then you get the song that you got. And then I wrote the verses pretty pretty quick. It was just like, oh yeah, these verses are dope.
Yeah.
Dope. And then it's worked. The essence of it just felt worked. And then same with the other songs, For You. I mean, it was a lot of it was just an experiment, but at the same time, I got more comfortable with how the vocals did, For You. And then the intro was, Dolo's idea, the intro, because it was a lot more vocal inflections with this project instead of just me straight up rapping. Mm-hmm. So I think that's like the main difference, but I think my growth as an artist really shows with this project too.
Definitely, bro. I definitely saw like you getting, like you said, more comfortable, and I guess the mic and like kind of just like projecting, there's certain raps and flows and shit like that. But also the production, I noticed it got a lot more cleaner and a lot more enhanced. Definitely a lot more professional. I guess that's the word I'm looking for.
Man.
In a way. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I saw that you dropping. By the time that this episode is out, maybe the video is coming out, because right now the video is coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
Talk us a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate the sentiment about the production getting better, because I try to be better.
I've noticed it too, because like even the cover, like I've noticed it, like certain like little things. I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't know, just like little things.
Oh yeah, even before I get into the video, like the cover, it was just kind of like, it was still like a collage of everything that I've already like done throughout the year, just kind of like what I did with 21. It was like a collage of what I think I've accomplished at that time. More so, I was getting out of high school, I graduated, Gotcha. I did my thing, but with 22s was more like I just won a couple of awards at that point. I won the Best New Artist Award at the Fusion Awards, and then That's won. Cool. Yeah, and then this.
Congrats, bro. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate that. And another award I won for Best Song at this reality show. It was called Melt on This Music, but it's called Raw Stars. I won an award for that too. So I won both of those awards,
I did not know that. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, man. I took it off the IG because I'm focused on the project. But yeah, I ended up winning those awards, and then I decided to put a collage. So if you notice on the cover, I had pictures of me with trophies on me.
I did notice. That's why I was like, huh.
Yeah, trophies celebrating because I won those awards. So,
gotcha. So that was by that time, like around that time. You 21 and like 22.
I actually just turned 22 when I won the Best Song Award. Okay. I just turned 22 because it was the day before my birthday.
Gotcha. So was it like an event and like I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it was a huge event. Like we were all performing our songs to see who would win the best song. So
gotcha. What's it called?
It was called Melt on This Music when I did it, but it's called Raw Stars right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I won it, and then it was like, and it was like
cool,
kind of like a cool birthday present. It was cool.
It definitely is cool to get that recognition too.
Yeah, man.
Even like strangers that it's not even like family, and just want to be like, yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I was overwhelmed by the love I got. When I was able to win that award, and the fans, voted, and they did their thing with that.
That's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beautiful thing.
For sure, man. And I wanted to put that all into the essence of what 22s was going to be.
Definitely.
And then I just shot the video with the pictures that I posted, because like the pictures I took on the IG were at that same shoot. So
gotcha. Okay.
I ended up using a picture from there to make like, so when I'm holding the champagne glass, that was from the actual video shoot that I shot it.
Did you not screenshot it, but like, you took a frame from it and you put it in the cover.
Well, yeah. Well, the cover art guy did. Well, KD did that. I feel he did that. Shout out to Ari. She took the picture that I ended up putting on the project. So yeah, that's how it all came together. But to say this, like the video, I've been working with Damage and Minds. Damage and Minds is the director. The guy who shot the video. I've been working with him for a minute. So he shot my What You Trying to Do video. He shot Stuck on You. So we decided to come a third time, make some more heat with
That's fire.
Don't Take Away. And then it was kind of like, and we were going through ideas because I had my own ideas. He had his ideas, but when he heard the song.
How do you guys set up for like ideas? Is it like an idea meeting? You guys sit down and like, or like, is it like in the phone and it's like, yeah, let's do this and that?
Well, yeah, we set up that we were going to do the video. Then I sent him the song, and then he called me. He was just like, yo, this song is way too hard for you to make like a simple video, because my mind was simple about the song. I wasn't going to do anything too crazy. I was going to kind of like capture the essence of what I already did with another video that I already had, which is Stuck on You. But he was like, nah, this is way too hard.
What were you planning to do at first?
Honestly, it was just the regular locations that I've already kind of like went through. You know, the downtown areas, the whole different areas.
Gotcha.
You know, just kind of do it with a whole bunch of people there. You know, that are my friends. But then he made me think, nah, bro, this has got to be something that everybody, you know, around the world could see and like, oh, yo, this is cool. This is fire. So let's do something different. So he kept encouraging me with the whole, you know, how you saw in the snippet, the straight jacket and then the whole, and the females and things like that. He wanted all those ideas to come into fruition. And then we ended up finding a spot where we shot some of the video. Shout out to Tivit TV, you know, we shot it there. And is
that like a studio?
It's like a studio for videos and things like that. That's cool. Ended up shooting it there, and I was just.
So it was in Orlando or like?
It was in the O, yeah. I think around the O. It was not too far from where I was at.
You gotta show me, bro, because I've been looking for something like that. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was surprised. A few people have already used that I've already known. But shout out to Tivit TV. You know, we ended up shooting it there, and it just came together the way it should have. And the crazy thing is that at the last scene we did with, you know, where you saw the Jaguar in the back, and then you're gonna see when you actually see the video, but the lightning strikes you see in the back of the video, you'll see it was actually about to rain. It was actually about to rain when we shot it. So he had his camera there, everything. We were shooting it, and then thunderstorm started bursting out. You know, it was all in real time, and then the rain just started, and we kind of got drenched. I was still in the straight jacket when it happened. So
damn. So he caught that all in the video.
Yeah.
Probably gonna do like a behind the scenes. Maybe.
Yeah, I actually started posting snippets of behind the scenes on my page, but I'm gonna put the full thing out probably after the video, like after I see the traction.
Do you do that? Like, do you put a behind the scenes like video?
Yeah, I did that for the last video I did too, like Stuck on You.
It's like a documentary in a way,
kind of like
like a vlog.
It's kind of like a vlog, mostly more like a vlog, but a little bit of documentary inside because you're just getting the real time of how we're shooting the scenes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
gotcha.
And I have some of that on my page for Don't Take Away. So
gotcha.
I'm just definitely gonna come in full, but there is a part where you're gonna see that fact that it rained, and then I was still there in my straight jacket, kind of like, dang, you know, everybody kind of left. You know,
nah, I feel you. That's crazy as fuck.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to them. How'd you get them? Were they like models or your connects?
Oh yeah, Sherelle, that was one of them. She was someone I knew from the show, from the Raw Stars Melt on This Music show.
Yeah, bro, that's good.
She was like a stylist on the show, so
gotcha.
I ended up making a friendship with her, and then she just decided,
smart.
I was like, yeah, and I called her about the video. I was like, yo, you want to help me style it, be in the video? I was like, and she was like, yeah, I'll do it because for you, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool.
And then the other homegirl, Brianna, shout out to her. She was someone I saw in my other homie's video, which was Apollo X. Apollo X, he had her in like his parody, not parody, but like his like ode to the Friday movie, like Miss Parker, like the character Miss Parker. He did a video about that, and then I saw her in the video. I was like, yo, she'd be perfect for my video. So I hit her up, and then I was just like saying, you know, I'd like you in my video because I saw you in the other video, and she was just like, yeah, let's do it. And then we ended up,
hell yeah, bro,
engaging and just
worked on all that shit. Do you plan on all that, or you have you know someone else working with you?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, a lot of it was, you know, my plotting and kind of like just what I wanted to do, and you know, and we just got the space. But also, it's the collaboration with the videographer. We kind of just went that together.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's all a collaboration.
It's always good to have someone else, you know, that can help you out, and not help you out, but like can be another hand, you know.
No, absolutely. Yeah. He was hands on with the with it, and you know, with the girls coming into the video and everything like that, and then also my friend Ari, you know, shout out to her. She's a photographer. She was just there to vibe out. You know, she took the pictures obviously, but she was there to help out as well. So you know, shout out to her.
That's fire, bro. Shout out. But yeah, we took a little break, so we're back. So tell us. So the video's coming out this Friday. Right? Absolutely. Or by the time this video is out, it's most likely out. Link in bio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking fire. What were some of the scenes or clips from the video that your favorite ones?
I'd say it was fun to shoot the jail scene because there was like a jail scene in the video where I was literally locked in jail, and then I would get basically, you know, congregational visits, kind of like that.
Okay,
you know, it was cool.
Like
it was cool. Like stops and oh yo, two ladies coming in saying yo, you know what I mean? Yeah. Give me that visit and things like that.
Gotcha.
You know? So that was a cool scene, and also the airplane scene was cool too with the champagne.
Damn, bro, there's an airplane in that place too. Obviously not like an airplane, but like, you know, an airplane setup.
There was like a setup there. I'm not sure if they still have it there, but they it was a setup there where there was like airplane, you know, you was just vibing out, champagne, things like that. I got the champagne. We was just popping it, and you know, I just got to get some ladies on me, man. It was cool. It was cool. I was like, yo, this is different. Because it's not my usual thing, but I feel you.
But hey, once in a while, fuck it. You don't want to live a little bit.
For sure.
Did the same videographer edit the video? Do you know? Yeah. Damn, yes, bro. Props. That's pretty cool. A lot of people have like videographers and then editors. You know, some people do that. But definitely props, because I know the struggle of doing both things, or like having those two cars doing. But check that video out.
Yeah. Damage your minds. Shout out to you, bro. Damage your minds.
So what's for the future for you in your plans and shit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And if you don't know, it's fine, because like, you know, life is life, and we just do not know what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm saying, like, you know, I'm obviously, for me, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm planning to collect 10 episodes of these, you know, podcasts with different guests that are creative, maybe rappers, maybe different musicians or filmmakers or whatever, and then just drop it and kind of keep doing that, and, you know, do it for the culture and kind of just build something cool. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. So if in that example, I mean, I was thinking about starting my own podcast in terms of just you know, talking about a lot of my favorite music things with one of my homies, Wesley Rocco. Shout out to him. We've been planning that for a while, but it's still in the works, but we're still getting that through. That's one thing. Another thing,
that'd be cool, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just get my thoughts on it and get that side of me. I'm definitely gonna get that through soon. But main focus is really just this project, just kind of just pushing that and getting that to the masses, and just working on more videos for this project. I've outside of Don't Take Away, because there's a few others that I want to work on, you know, and really get to the public. And just you know, just going through life, just getting my situations together as far as my jobs and schools and things like that. Always getting those things together. You know, more collaborations, because I definitely
perform a lot.
Performances, yeah, I did a lot of those. I'm just being very selective as of now to just see what I would do. But I should have a show this coming August, because I am connected to an artist named Franchise the Rapper. He made this showcase, and that I'm supposed to be a part of in August. So shout out to Franchise.
In Orlando.
Yeah, in Orlando.
I'll show, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm definitely let you know the details when I get it. Definitely. But I'm supposed to do that with him, and then also I have another show coming up with Culture Fest. That's in September. It was supposed to be a month ago, but you know, that got canceled. So now we're gonna, you know, postpone it till September.
Is that like a festival or something?
It's kind of like a festival.
Something like that.
A little bit of a festival. Me and a bunch of other artists, we will be performing. I get my set time, and I'll be performing some things off the project.
When was the first time that you performed?
I did the national anthem. Well, actually, it was church. Actually, church was my first time performing. I sang the national anthem at my church when I was like 13.
So you've been performing your whole life.
Been doing it, man. 13, I got confident and I did it. The national anthem. Got some shots for some people because I was a shy dude. Yeah. I was a very, very shy dude. I was just like one of the shyest people you probably ever meet. I was kind of like to myself, just like, you know,
I feel you. Like an introvert. I feel you.
I was an introvert, loner kind of thing, but when I got on stage, it didn't really matter. I just kind of just turned into a different person.
I feel you, bro. I'm the same exact way. Yeah,
man. And then I just kind of cultivated it from there. I did the national anthem at my school, which was also a Christian school for some reason. You know, coincidence, I don't know. But then I started just doing shows, and then I did my school's talent show for a couple of years, which kind of like boosted my confidence.
You won, right? You said you won your school talent show?
Yeah, I ended up winning. They have an award show the next like a few weeks after to say who won this award. There was an award for best this and this for male, female, things like that. I did end up winning the junior year. Senior year, I didn't end up winning because of some malfunctions and things like that. So that was kind of weird in that year. But
what happened that year?
Oh man, I decided to do an original song because my junior year I did "You Got It Bad" by Usher. I did that song, and then
so you can sing too.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! How high of a pitch do you think you can sing? You know, you compare yourself to an artist that you think you can get, not even now, but in the future, reach your potential.
I mean, I'm more on that Khalid Brent Faiyaz kind of vibe.
That's fire as
with
fuck,
kind of
bro.
like
That's
kind of
cool.
like, you know, the monotone kind of singing a little bit more than higher. I'd rather it's more comfortable for my voice, but yeah, man, those are like kind of the things I would say. Usher too, like not really like in the higher register department, but like
I feel you,
know, the rest
of
what he does.
You fucks with Drake?
Yeah, I mess with Drake.
Hey,
I mess with some Drake.
I like Drake. When you found out about Drake for the first time, just curious.
Like when everybody else did. So like 2011 to like when he got popular.
From the bottom, now we're here. That song, that was the first time I heard it.
Well, actually, it was more so when Headlines came out. You know what I mean? When Headlines came out, I don't know if you remember that song, Headlines, and Tell Me What's Really Going On.
Oh, yeah. Drizzy,
like,
but yeah. What's happening?
The other song.
He copied that shit from fucking
from Soulja Boy. Yeah. He did.
Drake.
I didn't understand that at first, but I was like, oh, yeah, he did copy it.
Yeah, there was that meme that fucking went everywhere that was like those two videos compared back to back, and I was like, damn. Wow.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, there's a thing from inspired, and then I don't know,
just taking it. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a little bit messy, but I do mess with Drake. I remember, I mean, when everybody else heard him, I heard him, but the thing is, I wasn't really into the music yet. I was just kind of like, another popular rapper, cool, because I wasn't really into anything that, and still, I'm not really into anything that's really popular. I'm just kind of like
in your own thing,
in my own thing. Like, yeah, this is cool, like, but it's nothing crazy for me. But I heard all that the nothing was the same, the era, Take Care, and all that other stuff.
Gotcha.
I didn't really get into Drake till more so recently, like later on in my life, most recently, and I was just
what's
like,
your favorite album of him?
Take Care.
Oh.
Take Care is his best album to me personally. I was just like, yeah, because there's a lot of really good like instances and where Drake is like at his best, I think. But Nothing Was the Same is a close one too, because like there's a lot of songs I liked off that too.
Do you find you get a lot of inspiration from your beat, from production or from lyricism?
It's a little bit of both. I'd say more so lyricism because I'm not really a producer. I'm more of a rapper, singer.
No, but I'm saying like whenever you hear a beat, is it the beat that talks to you, or do you start writing and then you put the lyrics to a beat? I
would say going back to that what you said before about lyrics or beat. Mostly I'm inspired by the lyrics because again the beat could be great, but what are you really actually saying on it? That's really my type of take on most of the songs I listen to. I'm more so being open-minded now about how it sounds now, because again you got to think not just about the lyrics but what the flows, other things about it.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about me when I'm trying to write a song, writing a song, it was just more like, I would hear the beat, I would kind of like vibe to it, and I kind of just feel like sometimes I would just kind of like freestyle, like mumble freestyle, kind of just like what I would want to say or what kind of flow would I want to go with, and think about what some of my favorite artists would do.
Gotcha.
In terms of it, because I want to I don't want to say anything whack. I want to make sure I say things that are meaningful in some kind of way. But just over time, just kind of working out with more producers, just kind of like being in the studio, kind of like seeing them like kind of like do their thing with the beats and kind of like see the production side of it. I'm just kind of like, dang, man, they kind of made me think of it in a different light. Like, oh yeah, man, you think like things like this.
Do you think it helped you out working with other producers as an artist?
Yeah, no, for sure. It gave me different avenues to kind of just try different things, and it was exemplified in 22s, because 22s, I got a lot more things that were different that I didn't think about before. I was just like, because Beast Boy, that was, for example, like Beast Boy, there was a song that I did off the project. It was like more of like a trap kind of influence type beat. I heard it and I was just like, I had the beat for over a year. I didn't touch it. I listened to it once and I kind of looked at it. I didn't really do anything with it. I was just like, and I showed it to some people, saw if we could do something with it. Never done anything with it. Then I heard it again. My homeboy was telling me, Eric Cisco, shout out to him. He was just kind of like telling me like, yo, man, try something different. Because I hear your songs and it's kind of like, bro, just kind of be more daring and be more creative with it. Just don't have a one-track mind about it. So I heard Beast Boy and I ended up playing the beat for myself and I was like, all right, let me see where this goes. And then the hook kind of just came to me because I was like, nobody had done a concept about Beast Boy before, like the Teen Titans character.
Yeah, bro, I fucked with Beast Boy and that whole thing. I fucked with that.
Yeah, nobody has done it. So I was like, you know what? Let me talk about Beast Boy because I'm a big fan of Teen Titans. So like, let me talk about it. Like the OG, not Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go is trash.
The Cartoon Network got type shit.
The Cartoon Network, Teen Titans Go though. That's trash.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I'm like, oh yeah, and then let me just write this, and then it just kind of came to me with the lyrics. It was just kind of like, yo, let me make sure the flow is right, And also I heard Suge by DaBaby, so I was like, I heard Suge by DaBaby, and I was kind of like, kind of like how he was flowing with Young CEO, Suge. I kind of thought about it. I was like, yo, man, yeah, bad boy, call me Detroit. Hustle every day on the D-strike. I'm the main dude, you're the decoy.
I feel you. That's fire song, bro.
I'm like, yo, man, I knew people were gonna be hooked on that, so I was just like, okay, bet this works. So yeah, man, definitely working with those kind of producers and that kind of production made me think about it in a different way.
That's cool that you're getting your inspiration from like cartoons and shit like that. I do too, as you can see. You guys can't see, but I have fucking like pictures of like Spider-Man and like Iron Man and all that shit. Yeah, bro. Even with MF Doom, because he did all that shit with like as a villain and all that shit, I fucked with this so much. That inspired me to like even just like look into different avenues than just music. Maybe like movies and shit like that. And that's what I did, and that's when I started making like cool and different music. You know, more unique music in a way.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. What are some of the things that you picked up working with a producer, being in the same studio? You know what I mean? As you know,
I mean, you pick up their tendencies in terms of what they like to do production wise, because every producer is different in terms of what they like to do. So it was a lot of it. Well, if we try talking about the 21 EP with Jaffe was more like he was just kind of like we just vibing. He was just making the beat. In terms of my taste, because he already knew my taste in music, like because we would already have discussions. So a lot of the songs would be like, oh yeah, the piano, because he knows I'm a sucker for keys. So it was just like when we did one of the songs, Dear Self, we did Dear Self, he did the piano because he's a pianist himself. He was just like bum, bum, bum. And I was like, oh yeah, this is my vibe. I already do songs like this a lot. I just didn't really tap into it yet. So I was just like, okay, we did Dear Self, that worked. And then Stuck on You, it was a different vibe. I didn't really think that was me. Stuck on You, I didn't think it was me at first, because I was like, Stuck on You, is this gonna be cheesy? Is this gonna be corny? Like when he did it, but then he started doing like the that whole little thing that he was doing with some of the elements. And then I heard it and I was just like, yo, this is different. Let me try it. And then the second verse was more so him. He was just kind of like, oh, yo, do the melodic stuff. You're doing the rapping. We already know you do that, but do the melodic stuff, and it worked. I was like. But when I put it out, I was so nervous because I was like, "Is something new? Something new? Is people really gonna like it? Are people gonna think it's corny? Like that I did this?" And then people were coming up to me like, "Yo, you could sing, bro? You could sing, bro?" I was like, "Yeah." I was the one singing the whole, "You're the one that I was doing all that. So it was just like, oh yeah, bet. And so with Jaffe, it was just like he made me try different avenues, but it was still kind of in my lane. So what you're trying to do? That was more like a whole fun, dancey kind of song, and I was just like. Yeah, but my voice fit perfect for it. I didn't really think it would, but it was just kind of like, okay, he played it, and I was just like, oh yeah, this works. And then I switched to Roots and Java in the mix. And I was like, yo, this worked, bro. And I'm like, and then he got the feature artist Linda G on it. Shout out to Linda G. We ended up doing that song, and it ended up being a good song, a big song for me too so far. So
gotcha.
So, but that's Jaffe. But if you're talking about other producers I worked with, so Free Dolo was more like, I came into the studio with him. I came into a studio. He would play a lot of beats for me. He would just play a lot of things, and he would just make me try different things. It was just like, okay, here, the beat to Don't Take Away, like I told you before, and then For You. And I just kind of like, he's not really a lyrics guy. He's more like a vibe kind of guy. Yeah. Same with Jaffe. He's more like a flow guy. He's not really like a lyrics guy.
Like a freestyle?
Like, in a way? Somewhat. It's just kind of like they're more about how it's going to sound at the end of the day. Not really what's being said, but how's the sound going to be?
Okay, gotcha.
How's the flow going to be? Yeah. How's this going to sound here? So when I did it, it was just like, with Free Dolo specifically, it was more like, he gave me the beat, I would just have my lyrics. I would just kind of just write them down and kind of get a feel of it and how it would sound on it. And then I got some of his tendencies in terms of how he likes to make beats. So it's just like, oh, yo, this works. And then it gave me a different sound, though. It was just like, For You. I was just like, okay, let me try. Let me see what works. A lot of it was just experimenting, seeing what works in a lot of these instances. So Don't Take Away, For You, Caught in the Days. That was another one, a collaboration with Brittany Bay. Shout out to her, and I've been waiting to get a collaboration with her for a minute. So I brought her to the studio, and it was just like, we were collaborating. She was basically, I was writing about at the same time she was writing. So get a real like feel of the chemistry and the collaboration time, because that's what I wanted to do with her from the beginning. That's like cool. like a duet kind of song. Yeah. So that's why you would hear us go back and forth on the song.
Did you guys like were writing in the same room at the same time?
Yeah.
Who finished first?
I don't know. We were going back and forth with it, because I would come in, do my thing, and then she would come write her thing and then go and do her thing. So we would just go kind of back and forth like, oh, yo, she writes this, I write that. She writes this, I write that. She writes this, I write that. With a little bit of her, a little bit of me. So, and it just worked. I didn't think it was going to be anything too crazy, because I already saw how Don't Take Away and For You were like, and I was like, I know people are gonna resonate more with this.
Yeah.
But then Caught in the Days was a sleeper. I got a lot of good feedback from that song. I was like,
that's really good, bro. That's really cool. What do you think are some of the things that, like, working with so many different artists, you know, some of the things that you've learned, and like some of the things that people have taught you, or not even taught you, but like, you're like, oh wow, that's cool, and like you like, you know, now you use it in a way.
Well, I was taught more so it's a 50-50 scenario in terms of like how we do the song, and you know, when it's your song, it's your song. So you got to kind of like know what kind of feel you're going to bring with the song and kind of just add somebody else to it. Because in a lot of these collaborations, it was just a lot of it was just like me being in the studio. I thought about the person I wanted to work with, and we kind of just vibe with the song, and we just kind of just collaborated. Like I thought I learned more of the sense of collaboration because I love collaboration in general. The sense of collaboration, I kind of got a feel of it, and then we just kind of like being in the same room with them. You kind of got a feeling like, oh, yo, he can help me out with this too. Like we can just bounce off each other, bounce ideas off each other. Like that's the main thing I've learned. But I learned most so also just, yo, man, when it's your song, it's your track. It's your track. It's your track. You got to like know like where your head is at with this track, where you know what kind of mindset you're going to go into with this track before you really like let people on there. And I got a few collaborations where it was just like more so free fall, where I was just like, let me bring the artist in here, kind of like Brittany Bay, was just kind of like free fall. Let me hear her, let her hear the beat, kind of like get her feelings into it. And I don't like to restrict artists from what they want to do on the song, you know, because I want to make it my song, but I don't want to restrict you from what you do.
I got
you know,
yeah.
So that's kind of like, so I just kind of like a balance of it, because like Dreams, that was another example with Leone. Shout out to Leone. We ended up doing that song, but it was a hook I already had made. I was like, I wrote the hook and I wrote my verse already. So it was just like, and I added her, yo, just add your feel to it. Add your feel. See how you like it. See how you vibe with it, and kind of add your feel. She wrote her whole second part. I was just like, okay, this works. This works with the song. And then like, oh yeah, we got a good collaboration here. So that's kind of like more so my take on collaborations and other things like that.
That's cool. How do you, when did you start collaborating? Because like, it seems like you're collaborating quite a lot, you know? Because like, with me, I've barely collaborated with people, and I'm obviously trying to collaborate more and more and more. But when you start, you know, finding the importance of collaborating,
it was really early, like more so when I was still, you know, in my, Miss Jackson is the name of the videographer teacher. That gave me the studio space. More so when I started there.
Miss Jackson.
Yeah, Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, she gave me the space. Once I got the space, I started collaborating with some of my friends at the school that I knew could rap. Because they were rappers before I was. So, because I didn't start rap until I was 16, 17.
Gotcha. Like, were they like teaching you and shit?
They didn't have to teach me. I kind of just like picked it up from stuff I listened to. Stuff I listened to kind of helped me like become a better rapper. But I was always a singer, but I didn't know how to rap till I was like 16, 17. So I started doing it, and then we was just in the studio, literally, and I would just bring them in, and we just kind of like have pick beats off YouTube at that time, because I didn't have any producers at that time, and then we would just kind of go in and just. I have a lot of old tracks that I could probably show you after this that I did that I was just like more so. Oh yeah, we just did this, and then we just collaborate. So the sense of collaboration always came to me early because I loved collaboration. I wanted to work this guy.
Gotcha. Okay. Was it because like their music or their energy or both?
Well, yeah, it was both, like music and the energy. Because you know, I didn't even back then. I knew not to work with anybody that I thought was not really good or whack. I was just like, let me work with artists that I know have a message to say, that have things to say. You know, not just some BS. You know, I want people that are really gonna give me a message and like, yo, really gonna bring my song to life, like of what I'm trying to convey with the songs. You know,
the importance of music.
Yeah, the importance of it, because I grew up on conscious music, you know.
That's true, yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me make songs that are going to be conscious, but going to like really help people, like let people feel it in the soul.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel you.
So that's why a lot of them, the people I brought in there, you know, shout out to my homie Joshua, or he goes by Young Simba at that time, and then
it's a cool ass name.
Yeah, man. He's doing his thing in college right now, but Blackbird is another artist that I ended up working with. You know, that around those times that I thought were dope at that time. So we ended up working on some music. So, you know, shout out to them.
You work with a lot of people, which is really cool.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Really cool. It's really cool. Have you ever thought about working with someone and making a collab album?
Yeah, there was supposed to be one with Blackbird. Okay. Blackbird, we were supposed to make one. But it didn't end up happening because he ended up doing his thing. He ended up moving away, doing his thing in New York, and I ended up staying here, just doing my own thing. Like I tried to get into several groups, trying to get collaborations together, and I was big on that. But a lot of it would be, they would be on their own thing, and I'm just like, yeah, I just gotta like take care of it on my own.
No, yeah, it happens. Life happens,
and I'm like, you know what? Don't rely on nobody but yourself. That's what my pops always told me. So it's just like, you know what? And when in doubt, do get it done yourself. So I ended up just making music on my own, and it ended up working out for me. I'm still open to collaborations as far as like collab tapes and things like that with other artists. But as of now, I'm just on me right now. I'm just on me, just kind of like trying to push the brand. But it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen when I was still in high school, but it never ended up happening. And But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At this point. So I think, I think it'll happen when it happens. Like I said before.
I feel you. What are some of the dreams that you have for music for yourself?
Well, I would say I want to, like what you said about collaboration. I want to collaborate with every person in every genre of artistry. So every genre, I want to be able to say that I had a song in every genre. So with every kind of artist. So that's one of my goals.
That's cool, bro. So, I don't think someone has done that ever.
Yeah, I want to be one of the first people to do that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like be able to make songs in all these types of genres, all types of genres. And then
what's some of your favorite genres?
Well, mostly it's hip hop and R&B. Hip hop, R&B. Gospel obviously is there too because I grew up on gospel. But I like pop music too. I like pop music. I'm into alternative stuff sometimes. I listen to some alternative stuff.
You like rock?
It depends on the rock. Because if it's more of like that smooth rock, like what Michael Jackson would do, that's more so me. But I'm not really into heavy metal, but I'm not against it either. I'm not against like.
Are you trying to have like a song with like when you say every genre? Do you really mean every genre?
Yes, sir.
Like you want to have like a heavy metal?
I want to tap in. Yeah, I want to tap into everything. Everything. Cool. Like like I could do this song.
So like, do you think like in the future you want to get into heavy metal and not specifically that, but like into a genre that maybe right now you're not really into it, or right now are you into like every genre out there? I'm
open to anything. I would say, I wouldn't say heavy metal is something I listen to a lot, but it's something that I would get into in the future. I'm just kind of like taking one step at a time.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm trying to like, more so I'm still like getting my ears trained as far as, even with hip hop and R&B, because R&B and there's so much R&B and hip hop. So I just kind of like, I'm still getting my ear trained in all of that stuff, alternative stuff. I'm still getting it all trained.
Which is good because you're conscious of what you're feeding your ears. You know what I mean? You don't want to feed your ears like trash, and because then you're gonna produce that. You know what I mean? It's like what you eat. You are what you eat. You are what you consume.
Facts.
That's facts. What is a message that you have for the world in general? From your part in your brain. Take your time because that's a deep question.
Oh man. All right, yeah. I need a minute. I think.
Think about it, bro. Think about it. I can tell you. I mean, one of my messages, because everybody has their message. Really, mine is just being that at least light until I leave type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the essence of what I want to do too. I just want to be that kind of light. Just be the light for people. Just like. I want people to I want to hear from someone like, yo, man, I was about to do something I shouldn't have done, but because of your music, I didn't. I mean, like a lot of the artists that I hear about all the time, where it was just like, yo, I thought about doing this to myself, but your music saved me from doing that, or your music touched me in the way that it didn't touch me before. I can relate to what you say. I can relate to what you doing with your music, or that's more so what I want with the music, but I also have that stigma of like, because of all the hip hop greats I listen to and the OGs, you know what I mean? Like the OGs, I do want the respect as far as being a rapper. So
I feel you.
I want to have all those like put together to really I want to be respected as a rapper. I want to be one of the biggest rappers of all time. That's really that status. I want to be in that like realm of status where it's like
in that conversation
of, oh, yo, ABSON, that's one of the best artists I've ever heard. That's one of the best rappers I've ever heard spit. I'm just trying to create a new wave where it's like, because of me, this is why the wave is the wave. you know, kind of like the others did before me, like the T-Pains, the Michael Jacksons, the James Browns, the Princes, like all of what they would do to really just become that essence of, oh yeah, this guy's a legend because he basically pioneered this sound. LL Cool J, like, you know, they pioneered how music is supposed to be.
Yeah, and you tapping in so many genres and different genres, you will do that too, because like that's how they did it. They were just feeding off so many genres, and then they make their own wave. You can be one of them too.
Absolutely.
I definitely believe that, and I definitely see that for sure.
Absolutely, man.
Hell yeah. So, to everybody, check ABSON out and all the social medias down in the description. Spotify, where's your music at? Tell them where they can find it.
Yo, you can find me on all platforms under the name ABSON. Don't forget a period behind that too. You know, also follow my support page on IG, RW Official. I support local artists and independent artists doing their thing. Definitely tap into that, and I will definitely share what you got. But yeah, you can find me on all platforms, ABSON. I got so much more in store coming soon. My project 22s is out now. Definitely go check it out. You know, video coming very, very, very soon. More videos coming soon.
Check that video out, link in bio. The one that we were just talking about. Hell yeah. But yeah, really, bro, appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
And yeah, first episode with ABSON.
Absolutely.
Peace.